Long in Inazuma, as the Kamisato clan overseen the Yashiro Commission. Held to a standard similar to that of nobility, they were respected and perceived in high regard across Inazuma for their dutiful care of the customs of the Nation of Eternity. Kamisato Kaiho was regarded by many as the image of perfection, handling her duties for the clan and the people of the nation with a smile no matter the task. While content on the surface to fulfill her duties of ceremony, silently, she bared away a wish to explore the world outside and to freely enjoy the simpler aspects of life that many take for granted. Meanwhile, her husband led the Yashiro Commission and maintained the clan's political reputation with dedication. Despite the pressures of this, at the time, their family was a happy one, allowing their child Ayaka the benefit of growing up generally carefree, while her older brother Ayato was already busy learning the ways of the clan in preparation to one day follow in his father's footsteps, taking on the mantle of leadership. Little Ayaka was a particularly energetic and free-spirited child. She loved to play games and recite nursery rhymes. She knew little of her father, mother, and brother's responsibilities, nor the hardships they would endure, because perception is a fickle thing, and the Kamisato clan, in the eyes of the people of Inazuma, would fall out of favor almost overnight. Their fall from grace was the result of a failure to protect a swordsmith of great significance to all of Inazuma, dramatically altering the Kamisato clan's station. Dealing with the political fallout of this event took a great toll on Ayato and Ayaka's father. Balancing the damage it caused to the Kamisato clan's reputation aged him beyond his years quickly. Unchecked, his stressors consumed him. Eventually, they claimed his life, leaving Ayato to lead the Kamisato clan with the delicate task of restoring the reputation and station of their clan resting on his young shoulders. Little Ayaka could only watch helplessly as the weight of the world took her father, and similarly, could do nothing but watch as it subtly began to erode her brother as well. Their mother, Kaio, would do everything she could to support Ayato in his difficult task, thus providing Ayaka a window of opportunity to learn the ways of a lady of the Kamisato clan. Ayaka's instructors praised her as a gifted student, claiming she was prenaturnally gifted, and quickly became the master of tea ceremony, chess, calligraphy, long-forgotten sword arts, and the affairs of elegance expected of a young lady of the clan. But this wasn't the reality of things. Ayaka was not a gifted student, easily commanding mastery over everything she wished to learn, but rather a determined, hardworking, and detail-oriented one. She would not just work to master these skills, but to fully and truly realize the essence of each skill she was expected to possess. Watching Ayaka train, her mother would often say to her, "None could deflect the swing of a sword skill practiced 1,000 times." And so Ayaka applied this to everything. If mastering the art of calligraphy, a word was not written with perfection, it would be written 50 times more. If mastering the sword, she did not execute a skill to absolute perfection, it too was practiced 50 times more. Much like her mother, Ayaka's unyielding dedication would slowly cause the freedoms she once enjoyed to diminish. What little freedoms Ayaka did still enjoy would be extinguished after her mother fell ill. Ayaka could do nothing to help her mother's quickly worsening state. She continued to focus on the arts of poetry and long-forgotten sword arts in hopes that should the worst befall her mother, she could at least become a decent lady of the Kamisato clan. The worst did come, and Kaio joined her husband on the other side. Ayaka realized in this moment, although still quite young, she was no longer little Ayaka. She was now Kamisato Ayaka, the lady of the clan. With the importance of restoring their clan well understood by both siblings after the loss of their parents, Ayato and Ayaka agreed to split the load, allowing Ayato to focus on political affairs, while Ayaka used her skill of elegance and mastery of ceremonies to remind the nation of their clan's once noble and respectful origins. The two were successful in restoring the damage done to their clan's reputation over time. Acting as the new face of the Kamisato clan, some would come to call Ayaka princess, while others the Shirasagi Himegimi, a name meaning the White Heron Princess, given to represent her rank as the eldest daughter of the Kamisato clan, but also because her beauty and elegance was comparable to the White Herons of Inazuma. Very similar to her mother in the past, Kamisato Ayaka became respected and revered by many in Inazuma. Also, just like her mother, she too would silently bear away her personal desires behind a kind but manufactured smile. As Ayaka grew older, her kind and polite demeanor would often be spoken of warmly by the people of Inazuma, all as part of her meticulously practiced devotion to the skills she spent her childhood perfecting. To Ayaka, they were necessary skills to ensure the perception of the Kamisato clan would never again be tarnished in the eyes of those among Inazuma's Tri-Commission. While remaining particularly focused on the training of forgotten sword arts, Ayaka once managed to defeat an opponent in just a single strike. When this occurred, icy flowers appeared all around her, and a bright shining cryovision coalesced. Peering down her blade as it dangled from the tip of her sword, Ayaka thought, "None may deflect a swing that has been practiced 1,000 times." Indeed, and claimed the reward granted for her ambition. But what exactly Ayaka's true ambition was, however, was not something she would share with others, because she claims the nature of her ambition is just an insignificant dream. This is part of the persona of Kamisato Ayaka, as it is simply what she tells herself to ensure she remains steady on her path as the graceful and elegant Shirasagi Himegimi. So while Ayaka maintains this persona publicly with great dedication, the truth of it is that she treasures the moments she's able to spend alone. Because alone she doesn't have to maintain the image of Kamisato Ayaka. She's able to be free, the carefree girl she once was. When able, she sneaks away to take a few moments to enjoy her favorite snacks, catch up on the latest books from the AI publishing house, or indulge in romance-related astrology. These moments represent freedom to Ayaka, and they are something which only come about rarely. Freedom would be so easy to obtain for her. She could just walk away, but she chooses duty to her clan, to Inazuma, and to her brother. This is what she feels is best. Like a caged bird which seeks to soar amongst the clouds, Ayaka dreams of what could have been, while in her heart what she desires most, more than just freedom to experience all the world has to offer, is a companion to confide in. Someone, be it a friend or something more. Someone which, while in their presence, she's able to let down her guard, enabling her to just be plain, simple Ayaka. With the people of Inazuma, she feels this is impossible. To the people, she is held on a pedestal, so with them she must maintain the expected and proper image. The Kamisato clan's position as head of the Yashiro Commission relies on it, because in many ways Ayaka is more respected and held in higher regard than her brother Ayato. Though he holds the title as head of the clan, he prefers to remain largely out of sight to the public, handling the political affairs of the Yashiro Commission behind the scenes. So Ayaka must act as the face of the clan day in and day out, maintaining the smile while doing what is expected of her, a task that has grown increasingly more difficult in the days since the Vision Hunt Decree was enacted. In a lot of ways, Kamisato Ayaka has become accustomed to the fact that she must bear away her personal ambition, waiting for her own little moments to fly. But the people of Inazuma are not as practiced in this art as she, and so she feels deep sympathy for the nation of Eternity in its current state of civil unrest. She understands that to make any act against the Shogun's decree would place her clan's reputation in Inazuma in peril once again. And this cannot be allowed to happen, as through the Kamisato clan's influence, the Yashiro Commission can still do a lot of good for the people, obtaining funding and helping the people of the Nation of Eternity organize and establish festivals. These actions ensure the Yashiro Commission does not remain indifferent to her people's suffering and helps to uplift the collective spirits of the nation, providing a much-needed avenue of relief from the darkness which consumes their nation from within. One day, as Ayaka was walking home from tending to her duties, she could hear singing and playing of beautiful music coming from a worn-down old house. Inside the dark home was a frail old woman. Blind in both eyes though she was, her ears were all that much sharper. Hearing Ayaka's footsteps outside, the old woman stopped singing and inquired who was there. Ayaka, not wanting to be a bother to her, knowing that her role as the lady of the Kamisato clan would change the nature of this interaction, she simply introduced herself as a nearby resident who had gotten lost. No stranger to the daily lives of the people, Ayaka quickly recognized the old woman when she entered the ragged old home as one who often performs music in the streets of the city on nice days. Unfortunately, although her music was performed beautifully, her song choices were out of touch with modern musical trends, and so she lived a life of hardship. Ayaka stayed and chatted with the woman for quite a while, happily listening as she explained the proper technique of playing the koto. Later, she gifted Ayaka some old tea leaves she had stored away. The tea leaves, compared to those which Ayaka was accustomed to, may as well have been nothing more than just grass, but she made a point to thank the old woman repeatedly, as for her to give away anything at all when she had so little was incredibly selfless. On this day, Ayaka thought often of her parents, wondering if they would have grown to this age had circumstances been different. After returning home, Ayaka told her brother of the meeting she had with the old woman over tea made from the old leaves. Touched by the selfless kindness she was shown by the old woman, Ayaka would frequently return to her home while posing as different villagers and gifting her daily necessities in hopes of making her life a little easier. Kind and polite, elegant, wise, and strong. All words which are used to describe the lady of the Kamisato clan. The White Heron Princess is the perfect name for one such as she. Once Ayaka enjoyed an innocent and carefree life, dreaming of growing up, exploring the world, and experiencing the wonders of Teyvat. But instead of a bird which is free to fly, she is caged. Her freedom willingly sacrificed to serve her clan, the people of Inazuma, and her brother. Like a bird in a cage, Ayaka's dignified elegance and beauty are on display for everyone in the nation of eternity to appreciate. But never can she set herself free to soar the skies and truly be free, if only there was one she could confide in, a true friend or kindred spirit who doesn't see her as Kamisato Ayaka, but rather as the carefree girl she once was, the girl once simply known as Ayaka. And that's it for the origins of Kamisato Ayaka. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to help me reach my goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you are notified when my next video goes live. Thanks for watching Teyvat Historia. May the 7 guide you, travelers.